Hello everyone, my name is Dee and welcome to the Design Lab. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I am new here on YouTube and I'm looking to form a community where we express our opinions in a respectful way and show positivity to all. This is a very special video. This is my personal testimony of how I went back to school and graduated with my bachelor's degree from the University of Phoenix at the age of 57. I'm so excited. I'm so very excited. And I wanted to make this video for a number of reasons. But first and foremost, it is to show anyone out there who have put aside their dream of attaining their degree for the sake of their family or a relationship or time, not enough time, or anything. I want you to know that it's not too late. It's not too late for you to dream a new dream and for you to accomplish your goal. And I wanted to share with you my personal experience, my personal testimony. I'm going to do so without crying. I'm really going to try very, very hard. So a year and a half ago, I experienced tragedy in my life, something that just knocked me off my feet. And I know a lot of times people deal with personal tragedy in different ways. Sometimes they turn to things that are not so good for them, and they're addictive and they're harmful. Things like substance abuse and alcoholism, all kinds of vices that are not good for you. But what I decided to do, in order for me to get through what I needed to get through, I decided to focus on going back to school. And I know that there's a time and a season for everything. But this was a goal that I put before myself over 20 years ago. I said, I'll take care of my family. I wanted to be a present mom and a present wife. And you know, some careers just, it takes so much of your time that it leaves very little for you to give to yourself, to your spouse, or to your kids. And so I decided to let them grow up. I have 7 children. I have 4 boys, 4 handsome boys and 3 beautiful daughters. And everyone's an adult now. I'm an empty nester. And so now I felt like I had the time to go back to school because I didn't want to just enroll to be enrolling and barely get by. I set my intentions very, very high from the beginning. I committed that I was going to graduate with my bachelor's degree, and I was going to do so with honors. And I did. When this diploma came in the mail, I was beside myself. I was beside myself because it hit me that I actually did it. And I did it amongst some of the most terrible things ever. I experienced a traumatic event in my life. There were a lot of emotional ups and downs, or roller coasters, so to speak. Something good would happen, and then something bad would happen. Something good would happen, and then something bad would happen. And it just, for some reason, that was the cycle. But through it all, I stayed focused. I stayed committed. I remembered my why, and that's what I wanted to share. Before you start this journey, you have to know why you're doing it. I know for me, it was to finally accomplish a goal that I always wanted to accomplish, but it also helped me focus on something positive as I endured something negative. So it was a good outlet for me. You also have to commit. That's another big thing that I would share to you. You can't be wishy-washy about your dreams and your goals. You have to commit and then set a plan and action and go for it. And don't let anything or anybody stop you. And I know that sometimes, especially in my case, being middle-aged, you know, getting up there close to 60, you know, some people probably looked at it as like, why? You know, why now? Or why bother? Or, you know, it's really too late. Is it really going to be beneficial to you? But in my mind and my heart, it is. Because there was a lot of missed opportunities because I didn't have this piece of paper. I worked very, very hard in the administrative and financial fields my whole life. And there were a lot of opportunities that I lost out on just because I didn't have my degree. I had many, many years experience. I had the expertise. I had the will. I had the heart, but it still wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. If the requirement said you had to have a bachelor's degree, you had to have a bachelor's degree. And so now I thought, I'm going for it. I want to be able to improve in my life secularly, career wise. It would be nice to be able to make a little more money, move up into the next tax bracket, be able to spread my wings, so to speak, and do some things that I always wanted to do and I couldn't. And there's nothing wrong with that. Age, the old cliche is age is just a number. You're never too old to dream a new dream. And I hope that anyone watching this video or anyone that hears this video, I hope that if you were in my shoes where you were stuck or stagnant and you had that goal sitting out there, just sitting on the shelf, doing nothing with it, collecting dust, so to speak, I hope that you feel motivated. I hope that you feel inspired. I hope that you feel like it's time. It's your time now, because I know that sometimes we push things off so long and we feel like now it's just too much. We could never accomplish what we set out to accomplish 5 years ago or 10 years ago or 15 years ago or even 20 years ago, as in my case. But it's never too late. It's never too late. And sometimes we can take a negative in our life and we can turn it into a huge positive. And if nobody celebrates, you celebrate you. You celebrate your accomplishment. You be proud of yourself, because to graduate at 57 with honors, taking some of the hardest classes I've ever taken in my life, I took a finance class that I thought I would never ever get through. I don't know how I got an A, but I just kept pushing and persevering and studying and doing research and getting help and doing everything that I needed to do to get through it. And I know that it helped me because I'm already using the things that I learned in those classes in my current position. So I wouldn't say go back to school just to get the piece of paper. I wouldn't say go back to school just to slide by with a D, barely passing, and get that piece of paper. I would say if you're going to put in the time and the effort and the finances to pay for it, you want to do well, right? And I hope that I set a good example for my kids. Some of my children didn't want to go to college. They had no interest at all. And the ones that did really, really well. But I hope I'm helping them to see that you can do whatever it is for you, whatever you set your mind to, you can do. And I would say that I'm very happy with my choice to go to the University of Phoenix. I know that I needed a particular schedule because I did work full-time already. I was a mom. I was a wife. I had religious obligations. I had things set in place already. So school was going to be in addition to all of those things. And so I knew my plate was going to be full, but I still went for it. And what I know for a fact, based on my own personal circumstances, is when you're going to do something like this, you need to do your research. And when I went online and I read about the University of Phoenix, and then I spoke to a few people who actually went to the University of Phoenix, they took online classes also, the convenience was perfect for me. Instead of bombarding myself or overwhelming myself trying to take 3 or 4 classes at a time, I could focus on the one. I could give it my all, one at a time. So every 5 weeks, I started a new class. Something else that I thought was really very beneficial, and I don't know about any other colleges because I never took online classes before now. But I know with the University of Phoenix, their student services department was amazing. They reach out, they check on you. They check on you not just to see how you're doing in your class, but to check on you as a person. I had the most beautiful conversation with a student services advisor, and she asked me, how are you doing emotionally? Like, how are you handling all of this? How are you juggling all of your obligations? And is there anything that I could do to assist you? And then she said this, because we believe in you. And I thought, they don't even know me, but they kept checking on me. They were available. There are so many resources to help you juggle things. And I thought that was so nice. I was very touched by that. And they kept checking on me to see how I was doing and how are your classes going, and what do you feel about your current class? And it just so happened that when I got that phone call, I was in the hardest class of all, which was finance. I had never even seen a financial calculator before, not a scientific calculator, but a financial calculator. And I was on YouTube just trying to figure out how to use the calculator before I could even do my classwork. And these mathematical problems were so intense, but somehow I buckled down and I got through it. And I actually got an A in that class. And I was so proud of myself. I was so proud of myself. And so what I say to you is this: if you have a goal, you don't let anybody take that goal away from you. You're beautiful. You're a beautiful person. And sometimes we just need to do something for us. And as we go through life, and I know all you parents, this will resonate with you, but we spend lifetimes making sure that everybody else is okay. Our husband's okay, our children are okay, our extended family members are okay. We check on and make sure everybody's okay except for ourselves. We tend to put ourselves at the bottom of the pile. But don't do that anymore. Use today to reflect, to think about what it is that you want, and then figure out a way to go for it. Ask for help. Ask other people who have done what you have done. So if you want to be a real estate broker or a real estate salesperson, find someone, get yourself a mentor, and find someone to talk to and find out how they went about it, what they did, what challenges did they have to overcome, what benefits came from it, and then go for it. Set your plan in action and go for it. And don't ever forget your why. Keep before you why you're doing what you're doing. And it's okay if it's just for you. I was determined to get this. I was determined to get this. A lot of tears. A lot of tears. And I tell you something. Something always happens to challenge your fortitude right when you're about to cross the finish line. And that's what happened to me. And so I was supposed to finish my class at the end of January, going into the second week of February. And I had company over at my house, and I was getting out of the shower, and I went to step out of the shower and pull the bath mat close to me, and I slipped. I went into the air and fell, and I tore my meniscus. And so not only was I trying to desperately get through this last class, but now I could barely even sit at my desk to do my homework because I was in excruciating pain. And I thought, no way is this happening to me. There's no way that I fell and hurt myself during my last class that I need to graduate. Like, no way. And I, had my mental breakdown, because we all have them. We're human. These are real emotions, right? I had a complete meltdown, and then I got myself up and I kept going. I propped my leg up on a stool underneath the desk, and I got back to work. And I am still right now in a lot of pain, but at least now I'm walking much better than I was before. No crutches, no leg brace. I'm walking now. I can get around a little bit. I even wore some heels a week ago for the first time in 3 or 4 months, you know, but I still pushed through. Because why? As I sat and I thought about what was happening and how I was feeling, I said, I'm not going to let anything stop me from finishing this class and getting my degree. And that's what I did. And so I hope what you take away today, if nothing else, is that if I can do it, I did it. I am a Phoenix, the class of 2024. If I can do it, you can do it too. And I'm going to hold you accountable. Go for it. Put your dreams before you. Remember your why. Set a plan in action. Surround yourself with a support system and make those dreams into reality. Thank you so much for listening to my testimony and allowing me to share such good news with the whole world, really, so to speak. And I hope that you will like and follow my channel. Please hit that subscribe button and give me some support as I move forward on my journey on YouTube. And thank you so much for your support so far, if you are a subscriber. And please share this video with anybody that you think needs to hear these words, anybody that you think needs a little motivation, anybody that you think will feel inspired by hearing my journey. Please share this video with them. Thank you so much for watching.